where like I'm trying to like just do these, not skits, but it's just me riffing in front of a camera, and I'm here by myself. And even though I'm by myself, I cannot get myself through it, dude.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird. Do you do like stuff like that, like, or have you ever like been like a influencer where you would talk in front of the camera? It's rough.
No, I haven't. I think the closest thing for me is like when I write, I usually like talk to myself, and so I'll do it like in front of a mirror, so I don't feel like that stupid by myself. But I'm also like, you look fucking stupid.
Yeah. All the time, dude. All the time.
Yeah.
And thank God I can edit it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like some people just let it fly, and it's the craziest thing for me. Like single person podcast.
It's like, you can edit it. No one's stopping you.
Exactly. What's up, Whitney?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course, dude. I'm excited to have you, dude. I've been wanting you on for a minute. Glad to have you on.
I'm honored. Yeah.
So let me know a little bit about you. What I don't, like I said, I didn't know anything about you. So where are you from? How long
starting
have you
from
been
scratch.
Starting from scratch. Yeah.
So I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay. Oh wow.
Not just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Yeah. No, I grew up in Virginia. Then I lived in Atlanta for a bit. Then I moved to South Carolina. That's where I started stand up. And then like 6 months later, I moved to LA.
No kidding.
So I did the whole Southeast.
Yeah. And how are you like in LA compared to everywhere?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm never coming back.
No, you're just gonna stay here.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Good for you. So you've been doing comedy for how long?
Almost 3 years.
3 years. And how was the first 6 months like outside of LA compared to the first 6 months in LA for you?
It was weird because the scene's obviously so much smaller. So there's like, in a way, a lot more like opportunity out there. Yeah. So I thought it was normal to make like $50 a show, get these like 20-minute sets, like 3 months in that I totally did not deserve or like have the skills for. Then I moved out here and I was like, oh shit. This is what like people are good out here. Yeah. And you pay the money to do the sets. I'm in the red now. Because in South Carolina, I was like, oh, this is like a fun side hustle. Yeah. Not at all. It's just hustle here.
It's hustle here. I'm just checking these cameras are wrong. Sorry. Damn, lost my train of thought. When you moved to LA, did you feel like you had to start all over? Or did you feel like the 6 months that you had would kind of helped you transition to here?
I had a little bit of a set. I had I thought I had 20 minutes and I'm like, I'm crushing. And then I moved here, I'm like, oh, it's maybe 7. Wow. So I had like enough to get through open mic. So people are like, oh, she's funny. But in general, I felt like I had to start over because like I knew nobodies and like that's pretty much how you get on shows as open micers. You just like have friends who are also putting on shows. So it took me a while to kind of get my footing there, but
got it.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to move again. I'm like, I don't want to start over again.
No, yeah, that's what I hear a lot when people do move. If they say it feels like they're starting over, which got to be like a really trippy feeling. Yeah,
that's why I'm glad I did it early. So I like got all the really bad stuff out of the way, moved here, and I'm like, okay, I kind of know things. Mm-hmm. I can trick people into thinking like, I've been doing this longer than I have.
Yeah.
And yeah. Now here we are.
Well, I totally forgot about the improv stuff, but we're going to do it. So basically, this is something new for the podcast. I'm a little blurry here probably because I kind of rushed in today, but I'm going to do a thing where it's kind of like an improv where I just throw out topics and we kind of riff about it. And then I think it's going to be a fun way to see how...
And I feel like that's fitting because I think we like met at improv mics.
That's true.
Like Fourth Wall and the Hollywood Comedy ones.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We'll just fucking kind of riff on it. We'll see if this works. It's an experiment. If it doesn't work, it's going to be bad. But the first one is Filipinos who walk, talk, and act black.
That is so specific. I feel like that's so many things that I can't comment on too.
I feel like that happens a lot though. There are a lot of Filipinos who walk, talk, and act. I had my phase.
You had your phase?
I had my phase.
Okay, so this is just you.
There's a lot of Filipinos. My cousins.
No, but that topic is just kind of like you younger.
Yeah.
So when was this phase?
This phase, I would say it started when I first heard Eminem. So this was like 8 or 9.
Oh,
maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm dating myself now. A little older, huh?
8 or 9? How old are you?
34.
30? No way.
Yeah.
I would have given you like a 24.
24?
24 to 26.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I get that a lot too, though.
Do you? Okay, I'm not going to ask, actually. I've learned my lesson. I asked
31.
too many women. For real?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You look great.
Well,
I thought you were
baby
right? Are you Asian?
No, Mexican.
Oh, okay. I always thought you were a little Asian.
People do think I'm a little Asian.
Yeah.
Which, as a kid, I really wanted to be Asian. So I'm very flattered.
No shit.
I would like draw family pictures, like family portraits, and I would draw myself Asian. My mom's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "That's me." But I would also have purple eyes because I thought that was pretty. It made no sense.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. What kind of Asian did you want to be? Was there like a specific culture?
I think I like Chinese.
Chinese? No way.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Chinese that was so like intriguing for you?
I don't know, but as a kid, I'm just like, that's me.
Yeah.
And then I grew up and I'm like, that's not cool, Whit. Younger Whit, we gotta.
Especially nowadays.
Gotta embrace that quarter Mexican I got.
Yeah, there you go, dude. There you go. I'm not even gonna do the rest of the improvs. The rest of them are really stupid. I thought that was gonna be fun. It was fun. It was fun because it opened up a conversation.
It did.
Now, let's talk about this. How old were you when you wanted to be Chinese?
Oh, probably like 6 or 7.
Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like, like kindergarten, first grade kind of age.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I remember watching like Disney Channel, and I thought like Brenda Song was like just the prettiest person on the planet.
She was very pretty. Still is.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, still is.
I didn't know she married the Home Alone kid.
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, they're married.
What?
They have like 1 or 2 kids now.
Wait, what?
That's crazy, right?
Macaulay Culkin? I actually don't know what the hell Macaulay Culkin was doing.
I saw it on
days.
Instagram.
Yeah?
Yeah, so in case you're wondering what either of them were up to.
I was very curious,
found
actually. Love. Yeah. They found love. Well, let's go back to me wanting to be black, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
How long did you want to be black for?
I still do.
You still?
I still do.
I get that.
Yeah. I love the culture. You know what I mean? The culture's great.
Their style is better than everybody.
Everybody. And they make everything cool.
Yeah.
Everything
White people
fucking
ruin
cool.
everything.
Yeah.
They ruin
They
something.
introduce things to the culture, right? And then along the way, other cultures make it cooler. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not white. I can't.
So you think we're all kind of like collabing.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Like a remix. Everything's like a remix.
Yeah.
What kind of music you listen to, dude?
The worst. I'm so bad at music. I have like if a Real Housewife sang it, I'm gonna listen to it. I like disgusting pop, like the Mamma Mia 2 soundtrack slaps. If I could DJ a Bachelorette and Crush, and that's it. Anywhere
Just the
else,
Mamma Mia?
Mamma Mia 2.
2. Oh.
The second one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Is that the one with Pierce Brosnan? No. Wait, he's been
I
both
think he's
of
in
them.
both of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch musicals, really. That's not my thing.
That's the only one I watch.
That's the only musical you watch?
Yeah.
I watch Sweeney Todd.
Haven't seen that one.
You got to watch it. It's Johnny Depp. Oh. It's a cool twist at the end, too. And it's like Tim Burton directed it, and it's like in this 1800s, 1700s, like Britain. So everything's dirty. It's all dark.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool story. He's like a barber who kills.
A barber who kills?
Yeah. Like, the old school knife. Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good musical. Yeah.
Musical and crime. I feel like every girl would love that.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp.
A young Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Taking out what just happened, you know what I mean? Or recently.
I don't keep up with celebrities that much, so yeah.
Do you watch movies?
No.
No?
Not a movie person.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a TV girl.
I'm a TV girl.
Yeah.
My attention span just can't do it. And that's why I like documentaries, because like it's long and I can commit, but because I have that every hour, like you can leave, like the episode's over.
Oh, documentary series. Those are gripping. Like
I'm really into the cult ones right now.
Yeah. Okay. What's one? What cults?
The Everlasting. What is it called? Everlasting Love. It's called. A documentary is called Escaping Twin Flames. Okay. It's basically this cult that's like all about finding your true love. That one's just crazy.
Oh.
And then there's one similar that someone at Fourth Wall was like, wait, if you like that, you have to watch this.
So I think I was there that day then.
You probably were,
yeah.
The Nixium one, the sex cult.
Yeah, that's right.
The first 3 episodes, I was sold.
For
I was
real?
like, this, what's wrong here? Where can I join? But they're already shut down, so I can't.
Are you susceptible to cults? Have you
Oh my
ever been
God,
in a
to
cult?
everything. No, I'm surprised I haven't. I fall for a lot.
Yeah, me too.
A mediocre salesperson,
Yeah,
I'm in.
same here.
But
Same here.
In
I
high
can't lie.
school, I wasn't allowed to watch The Hills because my dad was like, that's a bad influence on young and impressionable girls.
Like on MTV, The Hills?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great show, by the way.
I watched it this year for the first time.
What?
Yeah, because I wasn't allowed. And then I was so mad. I was like, what do you think I'm going to do, Dad? Go play The Hills? And then watching this fucking cult stuff, I'm like, he had a point. I want to join a sex cult now.
What about it? This is like intriguing for you to want to join.
Well, it's only the first couple episodes where they're just like talking about like, everyone has their limiting beliefs and like their fears and stuff. And if you like, I don't know what they do, but they like talk through it and then they just cure it. Like one guy had like panic attacks on freeways, like every time he drove, and they did something and then he didn't anymore.
Like sexually?
No, this is before it got bad. This was like when it was like self-improvement.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I love a self-improvement moment.
Right.
And then it got weird. And that's when I was like, okay, I see why this is bad.
They all get weird. Have you seen the Bikram yoga one?
No, is that another cult?
It's so basically, Bikram yoga. It's like that hot.
It's a hot yoga.
Yeah,
it's awful.
So the dude was like kind of weird, got kind of weird about it, and it became like a cult where he was like,
I'd be so into
doing all
that.
that.
Yeah. Sign me
just like
up.
a 50-year-old Indian man in a whitey tighties doing hot yoga.
I just be like, can we turn the temperature down a little bit? I'm in. Because I hate sweating.
That's good. I went to your Instagram before you got here and went to your reels.
Oh, God.
Your reels are fucking hilarious. I think this is a style, dude. Like the one, especially the one where you're not in frame. That to me, I don't know why is the funniest thing. I rewatched it like 3 times.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
People have been shitting on me for my reels because they're like, it's not a joke and you're out of frame and like it's. I saw this one guy who like posted he did his own special recently and like he did a little trailer for it and it was all kind of like B-roll kind of moments, little outtakes. He just kind of cut together to music and it perfectly captured his personality and just his vibe of the whole thing. And I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that more than like giving away your jokes or just like crowd work that everyone's doing.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to make my own little trailers just for myself. Like that's just like the vibe of my set.
Dude, I think you should. I should run with it because, like I said, if it catches someone's eye, it's got to catch more than one person's. You know what I mean? It caught my
one eye.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, that stuff is funny to me. Like, we just had a chick in here who's did her first podcast, and she did like true crime stuff, like social media, like kind of reels.
Yeah.
And she came in here, did her own podcast, and I didn't think she was going to be like a comedian or anything like that. But the way she was just talking, I was like, "What do you want me to do with this camera?" She's like, "Just make it look like I'm here alone." But like it was her style, you know what I mean? She like developed her style through visual comedy, which she's never done before. But it's just her. So if you embracing your style, of like editing and like that,
of just the
that
real,
look, the look, right, the style, run with it because it's very intriguing, dude.
Because I feel like I haven't seen that many other people doing it.
Exactly, it's very unique.
And there's this girl on TikTok who I love. Her name's Coco Moco. She's very like about predicting trends and upcoming stuff and whatever. The way she likes to work is like she thinks a marketing or any kind of person will pop off if they like lean into a bad idea. She used to work at BuzzFeed, and so whenever they wanted to like, what's the next thing we're gonna do? But bad ideas only. Because if you try too hard to be a good idea, it's just gonna be like boring and just like everything else.
That's a good way to approach it, dude.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking my style of reel is. It's like, it's not great, but it's a style.
It's unique. Yeah.
It's not working yet, but it could.
Like, do you know JP Puthenvedo?
Yeah.
So he came up with this style on his Instagram where he's using puppets. Have you seen that?
No.
Over his jokes. And it works, dude, because it's him.
So
right?
funny.
It's unique. And like I saw this other guy, I don't know what the comedian's name is, but he has this bit that he tells, and it's like a hybrid where it's his stand-up stuff, but it cuts into him doing the skit of the joke.
Oh.
Dude, it was those, and like how that's developing, because
That's so much production.
right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, it's unique. It's giving them style. It's giving me a reason to want to watch their shit because we're so used to just people up there and talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because there's such pressure. Like, even as like, I'm hardly 3 years in. It's like, oh, you got to have a social media presence, which I think is a load of shit. I'm like, let me be worth following first. Let me get good. I feel like I have a few more years before I'm like really cooking. But because like everyone's like I'm just posting my little bullshitty clips.
Keep doing those, dude.
Just so you at least, get the vibe.
Yeah, and a lot of those bits, I noticed there were a lot of crowd work. Did you have you posted one of your bits before? Or?
I haven't posted a bit yet. Well, I have the 2 that I did like last year of like bits kind of gone wrong. Like when I did a joke, but I broke the mic stand.
Yeah.
I killed that joke anyway, so I'm like, I don't care if it's on the internet.
Okay.
And then I forgot what the other one was, but yeah, those are the only 2 like actual jokes I've posted.
Okay. And do you feel like, because this is a discussion I have with everybody, especially people who are doing like the social media stuff, you know what I mean, and like kind of gauging with people like you who don't.
Yeah.
And because I'm only 6 months in, so I'm trying to gauge what I need to do. You know what I mean?
I think you just hit all the mics.
Yeah.
You just get real good in the shadows, and then when
Pop
someone
off.
pop off.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, you think that's funny? I got a lot more where that came from.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibe I think I'm going for.
Right, because I think you're smart in posting your crowd work stuff. Number one, it's
Yeah.
in right now. Number two, it's like you're, cooking up stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right, and you're keeping that close to you.
Yeah, I kind of just like, kind of like things gone wrong too. I don't like posting things going like perfect.
Oh,
Like
that's a style.
There's that one crowd work where
right.
I had the question. I was like, "Would you rather this or that?" And the crowd just completely took over. And I'm like, "There's nothing I can do to save this now. You guys they were so funny. So it was
Right.
a great time. But I was just like, this has never gone so wrong before.
Right.
So I like stuff like that, and just showing that like I'm learning because I am. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of fun to like see someone like kind of growing too.
Right. 3 years in, where do you think like you're at? Like, what do you think you're struggling with the most right now?
I think it's still kind of finding my voice because like the
that's
first
everybody.
2.5, all I talked about was dating and relationships. That because it's easy, it's relatable. But I'm like, I have so many other things I want to talk about. I just don't know how.
And you're still trying to figure it
I'm
out?
still figuring it out.
What have you learned in the past year then to have you felt like you've made at least steps towards that, or?
I don't know. This year I think it was a lot of being okay with like things not being perfect. Because I was also very like, these are my jokes word for word.
Right.
And if I don't fucking say it right. I've just combust.
Right, but if you say it word for word, in my experience, it comes out weird, right? Or is
It
that
can.
You can, yeah.
Like when you're still like trying to remember it. As soon as it's muscle memory,
Yeah.
you're good. But yeah, this year was a lot about just like, that's why I've been going to the improv mics, just being looser on stage and just getting more stage confidence. Because I hide it well, but I'm very insecure on stage and not confident
Really?
in anything.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, to me, you're the most like I could listen to you all day, honestly.
That's crazy.
Because it just seems like that's where you're most comfortable is on stage.
Full of shit.
Dude, you're fooling me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for you to be able
Thank
to
you.
do that, you know what I mean, and hone that in. Because
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you at a show. I've
No.
seen you at mics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those, it's always a mess.
Yeah, of course, but it's like, it's good that I can see that though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
hopefully other people can as well, you know what I mean? Because I don't have scrubs on this podcast, you know what I'm saying? No scrubs on here.
Yeah, no scrubs.
Yeah. Do you think going back to the cult stuff, do you think you're into the cult stuff now? Because from what I've heard, the dating in LA, the scene in LA is very difficult. Has it been for you?
It's not, okay. As much as I talked about dating, I really didn't do it. Comedy was my boyfriend. I only had
okay.
time for that. So this year I decided to like start actually going on dates. It's not that bad. It's no. People are flaky and that's annoying, but I'm also really flaky. So I'm just like, comes around, goes around.
Yeah.
So people are generally pretty cool. The most cringy thing I've had here is one guy was trying to like name drop the cast of Glee.
Oh gosh.
He was like, yeah, I used to hang out with them. Like that wasn't cool even when the show was on. So yeah.
That's the worst, man. The name droppers.
Right.
Especially like that. Like maybe one or two is kind of cool.
If it's someone actually
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, if it's interesting.
Yeah,
and you know
not
him.
fucking Artie in the wheelchair. Like he's like, yeah, we did dance classes together. And I'm like, I guess he's not actually in a wheelchair, but like still, I'm like, if I didn't know the show, like what kind of dance classes are you doing?
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wheelchair dance class. They probably have those.
They for sure have
They
them.
for sure have
Yeah.
them, yeah. If there's an Olympics, they have a tango
have a
class.
dance yeah.
They have a tango class. I wonder how that works. I wonder how they move the hips. Is it just...
It's all on the shoulders. A lot of shimmying.
Yeah. That's a funny visual. I can't lie.
Yeah.
That's crazy for you though. So you treat how many mics do you hit now?
If I get 10, I'm happy.
Yeah, same
Last
here, yeah.
week I had work off, so I hit 17.
Good for you.
I
dude.
was so tired. And
Yeah.
one day I hit 5, and I think I had a stroke at the 5th one. It was at West Side. I was like, I did 2 minutes of my set, and I was like, how have I not gotten the light yet? And I just started having a meltdown.
That is the worst.
And I didn't know how to land the plane, and I just got off stage and people were like, what the fuck just happened up there?
No shit, dude.
I was like, I need to go to bed. Just short-circuited.
Good for you, though. That's for hitting those mics like that. You know what I mean?
I love a mic marathon. I'm such a dork.
Yeah. No, it feels good, especially if you haven't done it in a while and like you can just get it all out in a day.
Yeah, because if you don't do it for a while, there's so much shit you just gotta like clear out.
Exactly. And you got to see if things work.
Yeah.
Do you? How often do you write?
It kind of depends on the week.
Yeah.
I try not to force it because I'm just like, I want this to be fun still.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, like, I do want to do this for a job, so I do need to have some kind of. I feel like if you're thinking, you're writing though.
Yeah.
Like sitting down to write, I don't do it as often as I should, but I'm always tussling with some premise.
Or just writing, premises down and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'll text myself.
That's all the time. Yeah.
I literally text myself all the premises so I can just scroll.
Just
through
random
them.
phrases.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes I wouldn't even know what they mean when I go back and reread them. I'm like, what the fuck was this for?
Yeah. I have the dumbest notes.
Yeah, the dumbest notes, dude.
Yeah, I think when I woke up, this was one of those like you're half falling asleep and you're like, this is fucking brilliant. I woke up and it said discounted groceries. Or not discount, it was secondhand groceries.
Secondhand groceries.
Where was I going with that? Was that a business idea? Like sharks. Have you ever gone through a trash can? Like
MLM.
I start the cult.
Yeah, there you go. Which MLMs? I am susceptible to MLMs.
Really?
I'm
Have you ever joined one?
3.
3? That's so many.
3, yeah. The worst one was Hollywood.
Yeah.
No. But I actually got in a conversation with someone about MLMs, and she told me that she was in a candle MLM, like where they sell candles. And she said the funniest line, dude, she goes, I was in the candle MLM, and my candle mommy was a man named Babe.
Everything about that makes no sense.
At all, but it makes total sense.
My candle mommy was a man named Babe?
Yes, that's literally, it came out of her mouth. I was like, dude, that is a bit right there.
A candle cult, too. That's
Candle
so
cult.
funny.
That was the funniest fucking just one-liner I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it was so interesting. You know what I mean? It paints a perfect picture in your head. And then they had like the sex toys MLMs.
Oh, I've heard of those.
Those are crazy.
That's a lot.
They
would go to colleges too.
Oh, wow.
And then they would have like little parties with them. And then I'm like, are people testing these? This is crazy.
They are, apparently. They demonstrate. It's not, it's like demonstrating. So it's like illegally okay, I guess. It's legally not a show.
I remember in college they would go to different sororities and have those parties, but my sorority never did it.
Right.
But yeah, I remember being skeezed out.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I feel like that's a solo journey.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah,
Call me crazy.
How was sorority life? What college did you go to?
I went to James Madison.
Okay.
In like Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Okay. I haven't heard of James Madison, actually.
Yeah. It's a pretty fun time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What sorority?
It was called ASA.
ASA, I don't think I've heard that one.
But it's a small one.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a bunch of weirdos. You're like, I was like on like I was like the social chair, so everyone got together from all like different schools and stuff, and I just like looked around, I was like, oh, these are nice.
These are us.
This
is us.
Barnyard explosion of girls.
Barnyard
I was like, but I'm right there with you guys, so I'm no cooler.
That's crazy. Look at you, dude.
You've
lived a life. You have lived a life.
I know. I lived on a couch for 2 years.
What?
I believe it or not, yeah.
Where?
In Atlanta. That's when I was in grad school.
No kidding.
Yeah, my best friend was like, yeah, just stay on my couch for a bit. And I was like, yeah. And then 2 years later, I was like, I never moved out.
Was it at least a pull-out couch?
Oh, yeah. With it ruled. By the end of it was a hammock, but it was pretty sick.
God damn. Did you save on rent at least?
I paid the utilities.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, not that bad.
Not at all. Especially in Atlanta. It's cheap, right?
Yeah,
fairly cheap? Yeah.
Yeah, fairly cheap.
You got no shows tonight? I know I asked you this earlier, but I don't remember.
No shows tonight. Doing karaoke, though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
so, in a way, I do have a show.
There you go. See, the Asian side coming out again.
Yeah.
You, what's kind of like, where do you want to take this comedy stuff? Like, what do you want to, what's like the ideal life?
I feel like the ideal life, I just like the stand-up part. I just want to be able to do it for a living and tour all around the country. I think that'd be sick.
Right?
Everyone's like, oh, you have to write sitcoms and do this. And I'm like, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, stand-up by itself already has a lot of homework and bullshit. I'm like, can't do more on top of that. I'm tired.
Yeah, dude.
I got my day job to worry about.
Which is a full-time job?
Yeah,
full-time? Yeah. Because you said you go to production sometimes, right?
Yeah, I went in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily it's in LA. Usually we go to like Vancouver or Toronto, and like it's fun, but it's exhausting. And then I get anxious that I'm not like doing the mics here.
Right. Do you do mics when you go travel?
I do.
Work? Nice.
That is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I went to Mike in Vancouver and then booked a couple shows.
Good
and then
for
I invited
you,
my
dude.
boss, and well, I didn't invite them, but like I told my boss, and then he invited all the clients, and it was like 20 people for me. And I'm like, I'm doing a really raunchy set tonight.
How'd it go?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I brought the whole crowd basically, so I did great. Everyone was like, whoa. I'm like, little do you know, I know everybody here. This is a scam. Is this an MLM?
Yeah. You're starting your own cult, dude.
Yep.
Comedy cult. Comedy sex cult.
Comedy cult, yeah. Comedy sex cult. Oh, God. That'd be the most awkward thing ever.
That would get a little weird.
Because like comedians are so awkward, and we always be like,
what do we do? That's good for you, though, that you have that opportunity to kind of do mics outside of LA.
Yeah.
I did like one of my first ones. It's like not outside of LA, but it's Whittier. You ever heard of Whittier?
I've heard of it.
It's like an hour away.
Yeah.
It's like south, but there's like a comedian who starting to produce his own shows, and that's where he lives.
Oh.
But he brought literally almost 50 people, dude. It was a bar show,
That's so fun.
and dude,
A packed bar show rules.
it was the best show. That was my first one, like bar show. It was the funnest thing I've ever experienced.
Damn.
Yeah. 6 months in, obviously, but
Yeah,
it was
still.
super fucking fun, man. And the crowd was great.
And that's just like setting the bar for shows. And you're like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
they're not all like this shit.
Because I actually went in there, I was just like, oh man, like a lot of people were telling me about bar shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, we'll see what
Oh,
happens.
I love a bar show.
Yeah?
They're so fun.
That was my first one.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's bad and it's definitely ambush vibes and they didn't know you were there. But like, then you're just like, it doesn't matter what I do now.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. How do you handle bombing on stage?
I used to just pretend it wasn't happening and I would just keep going with my set. And people were like, you're really good at bombing. You're so unfazed. And I'm just like, basically reciting my lines at that
Right,
point.
yeah, exactly.
But now I've learned to address it a little bit. It will help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
even like sometimes you have to go after the crowd a little bit. And that's okay. Like if you don't do it in a mean way,
Right.
it can help.
Right.
But I used to just power through. It was bad.
Really? I've never been able to like come to terms with doing that, just like staying with the set. Even my first one, I don't know if you saw the video on my Instagram, but it's like, it was my first time ever, and I had like a 3-minute bit where the punchline was literally at the end of the 3 minutes. That's so
I
embarrassing.
feel like all of our first joke was a 3-minute bit that could have been a one-liner. Right there with you.
And halfway through, I just threw the bit out, and I was just like self-deprecating myself. And
Really?
it worked.
So you just went off script first thing.
Dude, and all my homies who were there, they came up to me. I was like, that was planned, wasn't it? I was like, not at all, dude. Not at all. I just went into, I was like, it's my birthday tomorrow. All my fucking friends are here. I'm fucking bombing. They're going to go home and tell their mom, their dad, their girlfriends.
Go and kill myself.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, the crowd immediately was fucking great. So it's like, I'm kind of glad that I kind of had that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like off the rip. It was just like the first time I just knew in my head, I was like, all right, throw this away and just fucking do something
And it's
else.
okay to do that.
Yeah, and it's helped me so much in all these other ones because you know how 6 months is. I don't even think I have a solid 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I still
Like,
feel like that some days.
yeah, dude, and it's like I do rely on that sometimes, like the crowd work, especially because I have experience with the podcast now where I'm able to kind of
Navigate a conversation. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing.
No,
right
I think
now.
it's a great thing. Because my first few sets went pretty well. So then I was like, okay, so I planned the jokes and they're going to go great. And the first time they didn't, I was like, what the fuck now? Like, that's what I have. Like, I don't have anything else planned and I'm too scared to like actually engage. And
it is scary. It
Yeah.
is scary. But I just hate it sometimes when I fucking think I have like this really good joke, and it's worked a lot. And
Yeah.
sometimes in some shows they just won't work. Like I'm trying to get used to that still. Like that's a
Right.
weird thing for me. Like when a joke works most shows, and then that one show everyone's just like, what the fuck is
everyone's
going
like,
on?
what?
Yeah, and it makes you rethink that
And
joke.
then you pause and you're like, they're going to get it.
They never
And they're like, we still don't.
what was like one of the a show for you where it ended up turning out awful, but you learned a lot from?
Oh, gosh.
And what happened?
It's probably one of my earlier on shows. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was at a pizza place at 6 p.m. So this is back when I was like all dating relationships, and it was a lot dirtier than it is now. But you know, I'm like, that's my set. That's all I have. And so I get to the place, I look around, there are kids everywhere.
Oh my God. Dude.
So like this tall, like little kids, and I'm just like, fuck. And then all the other comics know my set, and they're just laughing like, this is gonna be so bad for you. Because they had all been doing it long enough. Like, we have other things to talk about. Like, they can talk about this or that, and I'm like, nope.
And you stuck with it the whole time?
I had like one with a big act out. That's super inappropriate. And kids were like ringing around the rosieing around me I was like, did I just give like 6-year-olds the talk? And then the management got mad after. So that's when I learned like pivot. You need to pivot sometimes. And that set's not for all times of day.
Yeah. Did you change up your joke writing after that? Like, did you just get less raunchier?
I picked different shows. I was like, what time is it at? Who's going to be there? I'm not ready for the sunlight yet.
Yeah. That's hilarious, dude. That image is hilarious. You're just doing a raunchy joke and there's ring around the rosy.
Oh my God, yeah.
That right there is like a style too. Like if you were to try to do something like that, that'd be fucking hilarious. I mean, that's a lot of kids involved, but you know.
It's a lot of traumatized kids.
Yeah, a lot of traumatized kids.
I'd have to be sponsored by BetterHelp and then have all of them covered or something.
Do you do therapy?
I did for a little bit during like season 1 of COVID.
Okay.
Because I was living alone in Greenville, South Carolina. Didn't really know anyone there. I had just moved there. And yeah, I'm like, I need someone besides my mom to talk to and bitch to, you know, just. She wasn't the best, but we were great friends. She like wanted to be my best friend. I'm like, I could get bad advice from my friends for free.
Yeah.
So.
How long was that?
That was like 3 or 4 months.
Do you feel like it helped, or is it just like kind of like an outlet to go to kind of talk?
It was kind of an outlet because I was like in a relationship at the time and I like wasn't happy about it. And so I think my mom was sick of hearing about it. So I'm like, I'm going to annoy this lady about it. And so when I finally broke up with him, she was like, oh my God, I didn't think you were going to do it. I'm like, that's not what you should tell him. You should, aren't you proud of me? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I got much out of it.
That's wild.
I taught her how to turn her camera on and off on Zoom, so really she got something out of it. And she got a lot of laughs.
So that's wild, dude. That kind of sucks because I was in a relationship during COVID and still am.
You survived.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, obviously with it, it's like we were drinking a lot more. You know
oh my God, yeah.
Like literally we'd just start off the day fucking drinking. Like it got so bad for us. For me in particular, like I was just drunk all the fucking time.
So was I.
Yeah, gained that fucking alcohol weight, like almost 20 pounds of it, dude.
But no one was around to see it.
That's true.
So it's okay.
That's true. Yeah, that must have been a time being alone during that. I can only imagine how difficult that was.
Yeah, that's how I knew how done I was with the relationship. I was like, I'd rather be by myself in this studio apartment in a city with nobody than date you. That's so mean. But like.
So did you start comedy before or after COVID?
Like in the middle of it, like January 2021.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was in South Carolina, so like they closed for 2 weeks, and then they're like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got to go to a club, no one's wearing a mask, it's just like nothing's, you know. So I figured I'll go to this. I don't know anyone here, so if it goes badly, I'll just stay home and never leave, and it's fine. But it went well enough.
Yeah, and what was kind of like the catalyst for you to finally do comedy?
Honestly, I think I just went so crazy in quarantine.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know. I needed to like find my voice again. Cause like I like had kind of lost myself in that last relationship. Just kind of like forgot I was a funny person. So like we broke up and I was like, wait, you're kind of funny. Hold on. Like, so I figured that was always like something I wanted to try. So someone on my kickball team at the time said he wanted to try it. And I was like, wait, same. And then some guy at work who did do comedy was like, okay, do it this Thursday. If you're not doing it this Thursday, you're probably never going to do it. So I got pressured.
There you go.
Peer pressure works so well on me.
It's great. Peer pressure is needed. We need it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's wild, dude. I feel like a lot of people I've talked to anyway, obviously, we're all kind of in the same boat, but there was just something with the pandemic to where it like forced people to kind of want to do stand up.
It's just like, what is there to lose? Like the world's on fire and everything's terrible. Like me trying stand up, like it's fine.
Yeah, and you've always wanted to do it?
Yeah. It took me forever to admit it because I thought it was embarrassing. And just people being like, you? Really?
Right. Yeah, I never thought I could do it, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
Right?
Yeah, I hate public speaking.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a public speaking. I just never thought I was like smart, like I could write jokes and stuff like that.
Too.
Like I feel like a lot of my comedy, because I was like the class clown in high school. But
Really?
a lot of like my comedy was just like loud, inappropriate. You know what I mean? Look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
See, I was always very quiet in high school. Like I was funny with my friends, but like very shy and like reserved. Like I like to know everyone else's vibe before I like
you open up. That's actually interesting. Actually, I'm on the same boat with you right there.
Yeah.
And I feel like I come off too animated at first because I want people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I also do love figuring out what makes people laugh when I first meet them too. So I'm like, if I can get you to laugh, then I'll feel comfortable around you.
Yeah. I always start with some conspiracy theory.
Which one?
I don't know. Aliens usually, maybe sometimes.
A classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? JFK. You know what I mean? COVID. No,
The hits.
They all hit. They all hit. You like conspiracy theories? Are you a fan?
I love all of them.
Yeah?
Give me a mediocre reason to believe something kind of off. I'm in.
I would have never guessed, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I was on conspiracy TikTok for a bit. Now I'm on competitive eating TikTok, which is way more fun.
I have to get off TikTok. I don't do TikTok anymore.
It sucks me in.
Dude, it's bad. It did it to me during the pandemic, and that's why I became even, because I was a conspiracy theory when I was 18. Like,
they didn't need to get you. They had you.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was just like, for years, I let it go. And I was just like, okay, I'm a functional human being now in the world. And then all 2020 happened, and I was like, nope. And now I'm just like, yep, I was right this whole time. No.
You know the TikToks where they try to kick you off? It's like, oh, you've been scrolling too long.
Oh, yeah,
they stopped giving me that because they're like,
kidding?
she's just going to blow through it. She doesn't care.
I have to make sure I have like those notifications to get off the apps. Like when I'm on Instagram, it gives me that
notification. Ignore those.
I do all the time.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah, like, ignore for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I do that. Oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad. TikTok is your guilty pleasure, social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a good algorithm, dude. Literally the best.
Perfect.
I
love it.
It's amazing. And that's the thing where I used to work at a YouTube company. They used to talk about a lot of algorithm, and that for sure just blows me away how
that and Instagram ads.
Yeah.
They get me. I feel seen. I feel validated.
Those Instagram ads are overwhelming sometimes though. They do it too much sometimes.
Like what's crazy is when I first started stand up, very self-deprecating, very about dating, talked a lot about getting ghosted. And I got a Amazon ad that was like, for a book, how to not get ghosted again.
No kidding.
And I was like, Amazon, shut the fuck up.
No shit.
I did.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Stuff like that weirds me out.
It was too much.
It weirds me out. That's why I'm a conspiracy theorist, just because of that shit alone.
Yep.
Like seriously, they're listening to everything we say.
I feel like I'm not that entertaining, so like listen away.
Yeah. No, I'm not tripped out about it. It's just like it's weird how it happens.
Oh, it's just weird, yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's weird. All right, we won't get into more conspiracy theories. You guys have heard enough. You've heard 33 episodes of fucking conspiracy theories from me. I'm gonna stop. Are you a religious person?
Not really.
No.
Did you grow up Catholic?
Okay, how was that for you? I did as well. I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Yeah, I went through like 4th grade, so had a little bit of it, and then after I had to go to like Sunday school to like, did that through getting confirmed. And then my parents were like, all right, you're done. I'm like, all that for what? I feel like I could have done nothing this whole time.
So your parents were just like, all right, you're good.
There's like, you just have to go through the motions.
Okay. What do your parents do?
My dad works in cybersecurity. My mom just hangs out, having the best time. She likes to upcycle furniture. That's kind of like her fun thing she does and sells it.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Cybersecurity, that's wild.
Yeah, I never really knew what my dad did.
Oh, he's in the CIA.
Yes. In
FBI
first grade,
something.
I thought he was a magician. So career day, I was like, he was a magician. He like came and did tricks for the class.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's got to be working for this fucking, I don't know, what is it, CIA?
CIA. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't until I watched The Office. I was like, are you Jan? And he was like, kind of.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I feel like I'm just kind of an idiot, but he does.
Shit.
He's business. cybersecurity, Jan. Put
like
that together.
Meet the Parents too, right? Have you ever seen that movie? Ben Stiller.
I have seen it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedy movies.
Yeah.
It's so good. It is so good.
Is that the one where they're milking the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good movie. But you don't like movies.
I'm not a big movie head.
Yeah.
I've watched some movies. That's always been a big thing, like dating. If I'm like, yeah, I'm not a big movie person, every guy's like, oh, I'll catch you up on. I'm like, please don't.
Especially in LA.
I'm gonna talk through it. I'm gonna like get distracted, wander off.
Yeah.
You're gonna get mad.
Yeah. No, ever since I started comedy, I don't really watch movies anymore because that's what I used to do.
Yeah, because you're too busy trying to think of stuff and write stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're all right. Like it's just a lot of time taken away.
So much time.
Where at least the TV shows, you can just be like, all right, I'll come back to this.
Yeah, I can keep up with like one show at a time.
Yeah. Do you watch like stand-up comedy specials and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite, or which one that you like right now?
The Shane Gillis one.
That's a good one.
Beautiful.
Dude.
I watched it like maybe 10 times.
It's a good one.
That and the Michelle Wolf one.
Okay, I haven't seen the Michelle
You haven't
Wolf
seen it?
No.
It's so good. It's like 3 parts. Her writing's insane.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
give it a try. Okay, for sure. I'm into like Jim Jeffries right now.
Oh, that's fun.
He is so fucking funny. I didn't know who he was. He came. Well, I've seen his face before, but he came and did a podcast with like Neil Brennan here.
Really?
Yeah, and just met him. I heard his Australian accent. And I was like, Australian comedians.
You're like, I'm down.
Yeah. And I saw him. I was like, okay, cool. And then I watched his shit. Dude, he is so funny. That dude can write. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
People's writing. I'm just like, how?
At that experience level, it's wild. You know, I actually just like experience was. Do you know Armand Gorgian? Mo.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
like his wife's a divorce lawyer.
I think so.
So he had this bit where he's talking about his wife is as a divorce lawyer, and this bit was like first time I heard it was like maybe 2 months ago, and I heard it yesterday, and the writing has changed so much, and it's such a better joke. I haven't gotten there yet to where I can take a bit that isn't working and force the writing out of it.
Right.
Usually if stuff isn't working, I'll just shelve it. I'll just be like, I'll do it later.
I've done that plenty of times. And now I'm like, okay, I should be able to start at least kind of reworking things.
Right, and are you doing that now? Like
a little
bringing
bit.
older bits back and rewriting them, having them sound different?
Yeah.
That's such a crazy skill to me. Honestly, I haven't reached that at all. I don't even think I'm anywhere close.
It's not working yet, but I'm at the like I think I could do it. I think I can try.
Right. Well, maybe you're just at that point where you exactly what you said. You think you can try now.
Right.
Right. Like you have that confidence to kind of
Like just see it from other angles.
Right. And have you taken a good joke that you know works, but have rewritten that to make it even better? Because I don't know why I've never even thought about it.
But I'll like think of just like other things. Like, wait, there's a whole tangent there. I like that was like because I have like this one joke about like a dance teacher that was a pedophile, and like his mom's in the story, and like I'm like, wait, let's talk about his mom for a second. Like, there's a whole like, who is she? And so that's been kind of fun to like explore.
So you've been doing that now lately. You've been going into the mom tangent.
Yeah,
and then you bring it back.
Yeah. Because like he got arrested. Like she calls me like to be a character witness. I might give away my own joke, but like, and I'm just like, I always kind of blew through that. Like she did that, and I'm like, you're crazy, but keep the joke going. But I'm like, what a good mom.
Oh shit.
Right? If you're standing up for your pedophiles, that's pretty insane.
That's good, dude.
That right? Because there was one set where I just like offhandedly go, first of all, great mom, and that worked, and I just kept going, and I watched the set, and I was like, wait,
there's something there.
I'd never thought of that.
Wow,
that was just like off the cuff, like. So I'm like, oh, that's something to explore.
Wow.
So I'm not like rewriting anything. I'm just kind of like
adding on,
expanding a little bit.
Expanding, right? Dude, that's crazy. I'm nowhere near that, I think. I don't even think that way. It's wild.
But sometimes I expand things way too much where it breaks. And I'm like, I had a good thing.
Yeah. And how do you feel like going into that mom stuff and bringing it back to the original? Is that a hard segue for you to do, or you just go straight back into the original?
I try to just go straight back into it.
And does it usually feel like it work?
Yeah, because right now I haven't like expanded it enough to like have her own thing work. Like I'll be like, good, like, great mom, and people are like, yeah. And then I try to like talk about it more, and I haven't gotten the more to work yet. But I know there's something there.
There has to be.
Has to be at least a couple tags.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think like it wouldn't be too much about her, but I think it'd be just short enough where I'm like, I can bounce back, keep the show going.
And you feel like this is you've been doing this a lot more? in terms of finding those things where you can expand that joke?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's because you have to fucking listen to your set. I've been so bad at listening to my sets. But
Same
when
here,
I do find like so much easier to tag yourself, so much easier to find, oh, there's a tangent that we could for sure go on.
Mm-hmm. And you're doing it at these open mics, like recording yourself, or these shows?
Both.
Both, yeah.
I try to do videos for shows now to make my little choppy videos.
Yeah, right. 100%.
And then I'll just audio my mics.
There you go. Yeah, same here. I mean, this is the most economical way. Or I think.
Right.
That's the word, right? Economical. I don't know.
Makes sense.
I'm trying to be smart. I'm not.
I mean, you got the glasses. You fooled me.
And I'm Asian.
Yeah.
Were you smart? I mean, you went to grad school and shit like that, so you gotta have been smart.
In high school, not really. I was like, I'll just skate by.
Right.
Wasn't till college I was like, maybe I should try. It was like junior year of college. I was like, oh, I think we should use my brain a little bit, take it for a spin.
Right.
Yeah. And now I feel like with like my job now, wanting to do stand up, it's like, oh, I want to be like the nerdiest one. Like I listen to the nerdiest comedy podcast, just trying to like learn everything. Whereas high school me was like, I have a C in PE. That's all right.
I feel like that's how it is though. Growing up, like you realize like you are actually resourceful. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what was there to care about in school? Like
nothing.
Geez, I don't use any of that stuff anymore.
No, I remember in 7th grade, I wasn't failing, but I wasn't doing great in math. And so I was like after school, like reading an article about like the best position to sit in for your back. Like this, I was like, this is something I need. And my mom bursts in like, I just got off the phone with your math teacher. What are you doing? You need to do your homework. And I'm like, algebra doesn't matter. Like my spine health is forever, Mom.
And
like,
you're sitting that way talking to her?
Yeah. It's basically like just sitting in like a lounger with your knees like bent. That's it.
Knees bent?
Yeah.
Like up, like your feet flat?
Yeah.
Like I get like that knot in the shoulders.
You know. So let's say
like
I was
that.
on like I think I didn't get to finish the article, but I think that's what it was.
I had to do math.
I had to do my homework.
That's hilarious, dude. You were funny. You're fun to talk to. Honestly, this is great.
This is great.
I could go on forever with you. This is amazing.
Yeah. What day is it? Thursday now? Yeah. It's been like a week. Our eyes are just black holes.
You play sports growing up?
I had to because I went to private school, so it was a 2-sport like requirement.
Oh wow!
So in fall and winter you do it, and then spring you're like, I don't know what to do with free time. I'll just play a sport, I guess.
Yeah.
So I did cross country, track because I got cut from basketball. Their loss, and then lacrosse.
I was track like a runner too. I played baseball, but I was not athletic. I always thought I was as a kid. I was not athletic.
Thought you were yeah.
And then I got on like jujitsu, and then that's where my athleticism started to like shine.
That's trendy.
It was before it was trendy. I'll say.
Oh, so it was
like
weird when you did it.
Yeah,
okay, it wasn't cool yet.
Yeah, it wasn't cool yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like 18 when I started. This was back in like 2007.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I stopped like three years, and I don't know if I'll do it again though. But I find myself like when it's like a sport where I can just be an individual. That's where I excel at, as opposed to like a team sport, which I don't know what that says about me. I don't.
Main character energy.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's why you like stand up.
Yeah. I love stand up, dude. Honestly, it's changed my life. It really has, dude.
When I first started, I was like just so stoked about it. I would just like wait for it to come up in conversation just so I could like just go off about it.
Exactly. Yeah. You still like that 3 years in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I think I was like on a date or something, and that's like half of what I talked about. I'm like, what did I talk about before this? Also, like, so sorry to that person. I'm sure I bored the hell out of him.
Did you go on a second date with him?
No.
Yeah. People don't understand the comedians, dude.
Yeah, that's
a special
why, Yeah, I like going out with like another creative person who like gets the hustle.
Oh, okay, so not a comedian, but someone else in the creative field is ideally what you would.
Yeah, I mean, comedian, fine, but just someone at least who gets it.
Fine, all right. Well, I hope you find it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. What you want to talk about?
I feel like every time I get asked a question, I just blank on everything I've ever known in my life.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your name? I don't know. Actually, my name is Sarah. It's not even Whitney.
No shit.
Fun fact.
What's your full name?
Sarah Whitney Rayner.
Sarah Whitney Rayner? I like Whitney, though.
I do, too.
Yeah, Whitney Rayner sounds... It's good.
Yeah. I didn't like my
Sarah
last
Rayner.
name until I started stand-up. I thought it was too nasally. if you say like Rayner, like it's just kind of nerdy.
Rayner.
And then like I started to stand up and like I heard it on the mic. I was like, Whitney Rayner. I'm like, oh, she sounds kind of cool.
Who is this
Is that
bitch?
me? Yeah, I grew up, I was like, God, I gotta get married to get rid of this name. Now I'm like, I gotta get married to like spread my name. Like he'll take it.
Yeah. Which is the thing now, dude. It's
like,
a more common thing. My girlfriend doesn't. I don't know if she wants to take my last name.
Tugas,
yeah. Which I get.
That's a fun last name.
Is it though?
You are at the end of the alphabet, which sucks. Like I want to like marry an M and above. That's kind of what because like little Whitney hated being at the end of the alphabet.
Same here, at the end of the line, everything, dude.
End of the line.
Lunch line, it was everything.
You gave the last presentation, so you just like had time to be really anxious. You'd like be super anxious, talk yourself down, get really anxious again, and then it's your turn. You're like, it's no good.
That's hilarious to me. That's so fun.
What's your girlfriend's last name? Or what does it start with?
S. Simon.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that's not helping.
And it's like French, so it's like Alicias Simon.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very like, very classy.
Jessie Simon.
But she says Simon when she's in America, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's like the people who just say like mozzarella out of nowhere. I hate that. I got into a fight with another person about it because they did it. Like, but that's how it's said.
Turn that into a bit. That's good. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella, yeah.
You ever been to Italy?
No, I haven't.
No? I don't like it.
Really?
I went to Rome, yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Dude, there's something in their wine that makes them very emotional because I was an emotional wreck
just
every
crying?
time dude, it was bad.
That's so
Like,
funny.
I like broke down. I was like, told all my girlfriend all my trauma.
Oh,
It
no.
was bad.
You went to Rome and just trauma dumped. Isn't it really like the most romantic city in the world?
Paris.
Paris, yeah.
Which was, it literally is, that's my favorite city I've ever been to in my life.
Okay, I went to Paris. Mm-hmm. I went to the Louvre. Didn't like it.
What the fuck?
I feel like you've seen one painting, you've seen them all.
Oh, I love museums though. I do.
I don't think I like museums. Unless they're like modern or something different.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm like, ugh. I think I like faked a migraine. I was like, I can't be here.
Yeah, the little Louvre, dude.
I saw Mona Lisa. I was like,
Which, by the way, is the weirdest thing ever in that museum. It's Mona Lisa's on this wall, and it's, for those of you who've never been, but it's on the wall in the middle of a room, and it's this small.
yeah,
What it
she's
looks
like this big.
Yeah. And then right, if you're looking at the painting, if you turn around, it's the biggest fucking mural on the wall.
I didn't even turn around. I was just like,
You just don't even care.
I rolled my eyes and I was out of it. I was like, I'm going to go to the cafe.
That's hilarious. But did you like it overall, Paris?
Paris overall, great.
Yeah.
The walking food tour was really fun.
Walking food tour.
You
Tell
just
me
walk
about
to
that.
different restaurants and try like different samples of stuff.
That's cool.
And they like tell you about it along the way.
Oh, shit.
And I befriended this like very odd couple. It was definitely an arrangement of sorts because one was like really hot and the other one was really old, but both very entertaining and they watched Bravo. So like I found my people.
So you like reality TV too?
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason scripted it's fine, but reality, even though it's kind of like produced, like pop off, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It got to a point during COVID where I was like, I'm watching all these people live their lives and like I'm just sitting here. Like I need to go live a life too.
Well, it was hard to do even anything.
Yeah,
during
yeah.
COVID. I mean, obviously the South was a lot different, or where you're from.
Yeah, it was
or
a
where you were.
party.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had no
yeah.
excuse.
Exactly. Exactly. Remember those college COVID parties? Those were fun, right?
Oh, college
Remember
COVID
those?
parties. No.
Yeah, where basically you couldn't go to the party unless you had COVID, or if someone had COVID.
Oh,
yeah, something like that.
It's like chickenpox parties.
Yeah.
Like when we were like kids. I don't know if I ever went to one.
Did you got chickenpox?
Oh, I got chickenpox.
Yeah, you had to, right?
Yeah,
Like that was a
yeah.
thing, right? They
It was
told
like
us.
weird if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, me and my sisters got it all at the same time.
Good. How
Mm-hmm.
many sisters do you have?
2 sisters.
Are you the
Yes.
middle?
Yeah.
The
Well,
middle?
I almost said middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
But I would have guessed the middle. I would
Yeah.
have guessed the middle.
Yeah, older sister's 2 years older, younger sister's 4 years younger and married.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah. So me and my older sister are like, oh, shit.
How long she been married?
I want to say like 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's
It was like a high school sweetheart type of thing?
college sweetheart in a way.
Okay.
They like got engaged, I think, her senior year.
Okay.
And then they were married that fall. So pretty fast, but they've been dating 3 years before that anyway. So all in all, 6 years.
Okay. Okay.
Which is a long time.
It is a long time.
My longest relationship was 3 years, and I was like, whew, I can't do that again.
So you've never been like a relationship type then?
I've had boyfriends, but I think single Whitney's better.
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe I think that just says I haven't found the right person.
Well, maybe it's Cult Whitney. Whitney is
Cult
going to be
Whitney.
the best.
Oh my God, yes.
That's going to be...
Yeah.
She's going to pop
We're
off.
going to love her and fear her.
Yeah. You're too funny. Yeah. Fucking dating, dude. Good for you, though. Like, you're being comfortable being single. Because that's, like, I feel like a lot of people...
too comfortable.
That's good, though. That shows very, like, independent, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, you're just focused.
Yeah,
right, on your own thing.
Because
like,
after that 3-year one, I tried to jump into like a situationship right after, and then that got pulled out from under. I was like, okay, this is a sign. Be by yourself.
Right.
You got things to do.
Yeah.
So
I've always been like a relationship type. I've been in 2 big relationships, and like, I don't know. I just hate the dating part. Not that I don't like being alone, because I enjoy, because my girlfriend, she'll go to like France to visit her family for like
and you're like,
a few weeks, and I get to do like whatever I want. So I'm like hitting mics, going to hang out at the Comedy Store, which I should be doing a lot more. But it's like it's fun, but then it gets lonely sometimes, because I'm very like I need someone to talk to. You know, I'm very social. I'm like a social butterfly.
You are a social butterfly.
I am. I kind of am. Yeah.
You would say you're more extroverted then? Like you get energy from being around people?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I go crazy if I'm alone.
I can be alone for like 3 or 4 days, and then I start going crazy.
Yeah. Me, it's like a couple hours. I got to always be like, for some reason, I just got to like...
Always be chatting.
I think what it is, I've got too many things in my head, so when I have a moment to just speak, I don't have to think about those things.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, again, what that says about me.
Nothing good.
Let me see here. So, sorry, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna ask you one last question.
Okay.
You said you want to travel or tour and stuff like that as a comedian.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you want to do? You don't want to like act or anything like that? Because I think you would be actually great, honestly.
People have said that.
I think
and
you
I'm
would.
like, well.
And it's usually people like you who don't really see it end up happening to.
I want to get into voice acting right now. That's what I'm working on.
Good. Okay. That'd be great, actually, for you. Yeah, like cartoons and stuff like that, like
just
animation.
Animation, even a commercial, because I write those already, so I know like the tone they want usually. And like I work with voice actors at my job, so I'm like, I know the notes that they're giving. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we'll start with voice acting and see what happens.
Dude, that's great. And do you feel like the stuff that you did or you're doing in advertisement is helping you with writing and stand-up?
Oh my God, so much. Writing and the like, not presenting, but like being on stage. Because I present to clients all the time, and you know, they don't laugh at stuff, or I'm on Zoom and I don't know what they're thinking. So I'm just like, here we go, I'm gonna keep going. So it's, and like writing headlines, it's just like quick, punchy things, jokes, quick, punchy things.
Yeah.
So yeah, as much as I complain about my job, I'm actually very grateful because it gave me the skills to like help with stand up.
Exactly, dude. And that's a lot of comedians, they don't really have that. You know what I mean? Like I talk it a lot. I've talked about it before with a comedian. Just like most comedians are fucking useless.
I mean, I'm pretty useless too.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Not on you. I'm thinking about myself.
You are. That's right. Say it again for the people in the back. Useless.
Well, Whitney, I had a fucking great conversation with you, dude. This was fucking amazing.
Awesome.
Let's let the people know where they can find you on the socials.
On Instagram at Whitney Rayner, and Twitter at Whitney_Rayner. Don't follow me on TikTok.
They're just gonna see all your liked videos and
liked videos.
Get on your algorithm. It's not gonna be pretty. It won't be pretty. No. All right, Whitney. Thank you so much again, and thank you everyone for listening and watching. Bye.